Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. I wish I had something to clarify with, but I think I'm confident enough. I had literally been asking, like, God, what is the message? I kept receiving some downloads, right? But I really I'm be honest with you, I feel like my emotions was a little entwined. So that's why I was like, today I'm not going to be impulsive. I'm not going to impulsively just post a lot of messages. So I was like, okay, let me pull back inside. And then I was like, God, what is the message? Like, can you at least bless me and back the message that you initially gave me? Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, being mindfulness and being with open cups or something like that in that nature. But I know water energy is very, very heavy. Now, how that resonates with you, when I said heavy, you can't shake something. You can't shake a feeling. It's heavy, right? That's the energy that I get from water signs. And I'm not going to go into there. So I kept getting, you're not exempt. And pertaining to who you are and how your character, okay? Don't get me wrong. This reading is for me too. And I am time stamping this message for myself. All right. But before I give the message about this not being exempt, no one is exempt. First off, I want to say thank you for tapping into SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. All jokes aside, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Go over to the YouTube channel. There is some collective readings over there. You can go to your individual zodiac sign folder if you choose. I just uploaded Aries and Taurus' next 72. Okay, I'm going to leave that up to you to go check that out. Okay, because also what I've been channeling to is you have to put in the work. I get it. You know how, we can get the answers when we all work together as a collective. But certain things, like for instance, if I know you are my platonic friend, no, I'm going to make you go. You going to pump your own gas. You're going to pump your own gas tank. Now, if you ask me, sure, I'll pump your gas. But for the most part, if it's me, I'm not gonna make anyone held accountable for not pumping my gas, especially if it's a platonic situation. Now, if you is my boo, my shouty, those are two different people. So it's like, I require you to pump my boo. You don't gotta pump the gas, but my shouty, yeah, you gonna have to pump my gas. You got me, I got you. All right. But anywho, moving forward. So I was like, okay, God, why can you just give me back the original message that was coming in? And I could not remember. Y'all know I have my blah moments. Love them. I embrace them. But I was like, okay, but I noticed I kept saying no one is exempt. No one is exempt. It goes down from those who have deformalities, certain things about themselves that they're insecure are born with. This is deaf community. No one is exempt. I just wanted to give, I'm talking loud. I wanted to give you an open broader that no one is exempt. What you think is hard for you is easy for someone, and what's easy for you is hard for someone else. So I'm not here to preach to you. Believe me. I promise you I'm not. Believe me when I tell you I'm not trying to preach to you. I should have said that exit. I'm not trying to preach at all. I'm just delivering a message. For the most part, I know some of you have been waiting for me to release a reading. Because you ride for me. You're there for me as I'm there for you. And I totally appreciate it. And I love you. And I thank you. It means so much to me. Not only does it mean so much to me, it motivates me. It reassures me that I am doing something right, meaning that I'm showing up. Okay, when it comes to my gift, I'm confident about my gifts. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. I don't doubt my gifts. And so, with that being said, don't doubt yourself. There's certain characteristics about yourself that you don't like, change them. If you don't know what characteristics are available to you, learn. Look it up. What characteristics people have. You get what I'm saying? The more and more that I fall in love with myself and be committed with myself, the more and more comfortable I am. Even though I'm not open to other people, I'm being more open to myself than being dormant, right? What happens when you're dormant and there's no circulation? What happens? Viruses start. Things start to die off. Things that should not grow are start producing that are not of good. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to resurface. We want to breathe. We want clean air. I want you. And I'm going to say we because, like I told you, this message is for me too. No one is exempt. Okay? I'm taking heed to the message too. Okay? Like for instance, I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to make friends. I know right now I'm open, but right now I'm not going to be committed, but I'm going to start off with a soft launch. Don't be laughing now. I'm going to start off with a soft launch. You know, I'm very comfortable with the casual greetings with people, but for the most part, I'm going to do a soft launch by making myself available. Try to make myself available. I have other priorities that I want as my priorities. So, you, listener, you're not exempt, so don't be hard on yourself. You may not see it or you may not experience that your desires are not being fulfilled to a certain extent. But I promise you, if you look back, I'm sure there is growth within yourself. I'm sure that whatever you've experienced in your past has led you to the person that you are now. And I'm sure that you're able to see and understand more clearly now. And you are not exempt, right? That precious heart, right? That good heart, good soul, that why would someone take advantage of you? Right? No one is exempt, right? Everyone has that moment, that common moment of disappointment or being let down. And sometimes, remember when I said, sometimes it's hard for certain people to get up, and for others it's easy. It just depends what it is. Okay, it does sound like the reading is all over the place, but take some notes, get an index sheet, piece of paper, pencil, I don't care, use your phone, open up the notepad, whatever works for you. I need you to put two qualities, characteristics about yourself, and then number 1 and 2 next to those. And what you fill in the blank is how can you improve those 2 characteristics that you value the most, that you think that are a highlight. I'm not talking about characteristics that people have told you, your own personal characteristics that you think. And I want you to put on there, on next to it, 1, 2, right? To the 1, 2. Your primary and your secondary, and then I want you to create a new primary and secondary that's relatable to that, which is an upgrade. So, my primary characteristics that I believe that I have is I used to be compassion, okay? Pity has been removed. And I feel like that's just for my own safety. My level of empath has upgraded in a different level, and I'll explain that to you. If you email me, then I'll remember. Until then, if it doesn't come back to me, when it does, then we'll talk about it. So my primary characteristics that I think that I have is my aura. My secondary would be my smile. Is that a characteristic? No, that's a look. I think I need to think about it. What is my secondary to my aura? My confidence. I think that confidence is accepted, and it just depends where you live, because the confidence that I have, I feel that it's good. I've come a long way to have this type of confidence, and people in my area, and for instance, I'm from California, so my type of confidence, people will probably say it's arrogant, but it's not, because they don't know me. Where the hell am I going? Okay, I'm going. I kind of know where I'm going. They may think it's arrogant, but once they're able to even hear me speak, they're like, oh. Yeah, it makes them second guess themselves, like, oh. So I'm going to think about it. No one is exempt. You may not have the answer right then and there. For some of you, you're like, you know what? I've never really prioritized myself. So, a learning lesson, an experience, an assignment to do, especially if you've been saying, you know what, I've been bored. Reset your character and recreate it. Okay? Change your hair, do something else. Like, I know I need to give myself a manicure, like ASAP. And I've been knowing this, but because for me, the things that I know that I can do for myself, I'll procrastinate it because I'm not entertaining anybody. But I do know in the back of my mind, it is a practice of self-care. And I love and care for myself. But sometimes I don't want to have to follow the rules of what I think the outer world thinks is what's required. Okay? So, I'm not trying to attract someone to look at me in an attractive way, is what I'm saying. So sometimes I just let go on some things just to prevent someone from approaching me in that way that I'm not interested in. But it's time for me to stop doing that, because remember I said I want to make friends. And sometimes, you know, if your friends don't look good, then you're not my friend. So I have to look at it at that point too, you know. If you look good, you know your friends look good. So you want to keep that up. And like I said, this message is for me too. I want you to understand. And if none of this message resonated with you, whatever your focus is, just understand that you're not exempt. You're not the only one experiencing what you're experiencing. And you don't have to change your situation alone. There's this thing of changing a situation smarter than dealing with it in a harder matter. Okay, making things worse. You know, it's okay to hear other people's stories. What did they do? You know, I gotta remind you guys, this is SGO, is not the hot tea spot where it's like, oh yeah, you know, Sally and Joe was getting it in. This is not that channel. This is a healing space. Sometimes, you know, messages do come in that are a little spicy. But either than that, no, this is a healing space, a space of awareness, confirmation, growth. And there are some triggering messages, but there is a lot of readers out there, and they don't have to be in tarot. Okay. There's prophets, there's missionaries, there's different forms of mediums. Okay. And In reference to Tarotland, there are readers who are willing to entertain you in that way, if that's what you're looking for, if you're needing a storyline to feed off of. Excuse me. Moving forward, I love you. I really do. And if you don't believe it, I have been showing up. I have not been selfish. I have been showing up, delivering these messages. Okay? Even when sometimes I want to be disobedient, I still deliver the message. Either than that, I want you to be kind to yourself. Even if you don't feel like it. Be honest with yourself and tell yourself, like, you know what, so I am not connected with you today. So yourself, your body can open up to you. Your body is a living organism, systems. Okay? Bones are very powerful. You are walking bones. Bones. With the makeup of all these other things. But we're not going to go there, my loves. I love you so much. I hope everything goes accordingly for you. You may find yourself telling someone, like, you know, enough's enough. Okay? You've had it. You're at the boiling point. For some of you, you are at Celsius. You are cold. Your heart is rocked. It has rocked. And someone needs to touch your heart too. It's giving me Frozen. Yeah. You don't mean to make people cold or make people shun you. It's not your intention. And you're not exempt. You're not the only one. There are people who are giving their testimony and they're saying, hey, I'm this type of person. Hey, I'm going through this. Hey, I'm experiencing this. You know, treat yourself like a review. I just got that. Treat yourself like a review in the next 72. What do you review about yourself? And the negative things that you review, you need to work on that primary and that secondary, and how are you going to upgrade those? I love you so much. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.